Welcome everyone to this week's live. Today talking about a topic that I talk about all the time, and it's because it's such a common struggle for people post-weight loss surgery. And it's about, I've called this what to do when you notice you're regaining weight after weight loss surgery. Welcome everyone that's jumping on. Welcome. If you've never been to my live before and you don't know me, my name is Jane Stoltze. I'm the Bariatric Nutrition Coach. I work with people pre-surgery, getting ready to have surgery, and every stage after surgery to support people through their journey, to help them get the best out of their journey, get the best out of their weight loss surgery, and also learn how to keep those results. So welcome everyone that is jumping on. So we're talking about weight regain. And if you've watched my Instagram, maybe even listened to my podcast, it is something I talk a lot about because it's such a common challenge. And today I want to give you some action steps to do if you have noticed you're regaining weight after your weight loss surgery. Now, often this brings up a lot of emotions. This brings up a lot of panic for people. And I first want to really talk about that, and then we're going to go into the action steps. The first thing we want to do when you notice weight regain occurring is take a deep breath and notice your emotions, which is often that panic feeling, what am I doing? I don't know how to stop this. I'm going to undo all the hard work I've done, and all of those things going through your mind. So we want to acknowledge them, but then we want to take a deep breath. And my first action step to do is weight regain. And this is going to be obviously easier to do when you're in a more relaxed, reflective space, is to really look at what's changed. Now, there is a cluster of eating habits that are associated with food choices with respect to like slider foods. Let me know if anyone doesn't know what the term slider food is. Please let me know. But we're just eating habits predominantly that are a cluster of them are associated with weight regain. Snacking and grazing and skipping meals leads to that. So we could kind of put that in that cluster as well. Night eating after dinner, eating in the middle of the night, drinking more of your calories, eating quickly, you can overeat. So there's a cluster of eating habits associated with weight regain. And these eating habits obviously go with maybe choosing more of the discretionary foods, which are the high energy foods, slider foods, those high carbohydrate, high fat foods that go down and settle better into your tummy than the protein foods. So it's really great to say to yourself, what's changed? What have I started doing that I wasn't doing when I was weight stable? What have you started doing that you weren't doing before? And even what have you stopped doing that you weren't doing before? So what have you stopped? You can have a list of what have you started. Started great having a snack in front of TV at night. I've started at having an extra milky coffee. What have I stopped doing? I've stopped doing activity on the weekend with a friend. I have stopped having breakfast. So you can have a stop list and a started list, and that can help you really think about what you've stopped and started, because it's really important to get clear on what's changed, because we want to use this as a learning. We want to use this as building your knowledge and your skills and your tools and your toolkit, I call it. So we first stop and start, and because that's reflection. And what you can do if you've been tracking in the past is even look, and this is why I do also love some pen and paper tracking. Not all, but pen and paper tracking is you can look back at those sheets and you can look back and say what you're doing now, and you can say, what's different? Okay, I was always having a really great high protein mid-morning snack, and that high protein snack before I left work. And I've stopped that, and I'm getting home and I'm picking and grazing and doing a bit of that before dinner. So being in a relaxed state and being in a compassionate state with yourself is really important, to be able to reflect and learn, to go pick that up. Okay, that's really interesting. So that's step one. Step two is to choose one or two behaviours to work on. And I'm not talking about one or two behaviours to stop, or like people say, I've got to stop grazing, I've got to stop eating after dinner. We actually want to flip it, and we want to say, well, what are the things that are going to help me stop doing those behaviours, and what am I going to start? So, okay, I was having a snack, a high protein snack before I left work. I'd walk in the door. Wasn't snacking before I got to dinner. I'm going to start having that again. So we're not like, I've got to stop eating when I get home from work before dinner. I'm going to start having that snack. I'm going to start having breakfast again. I'm going to start tracking my protein again, because I really know when I get enough protein, I'm not eating after dinner. So 1 or 2 behaviours, and I say 1 or 2 because dieting mindset, how we work is, I want this to stop, I'm not happy, I'm really feeling it, I'm going to do A, B, C, D, E, F, a whole list. We can't do that, we can't focus on that many things. So 1 or 2 things can be really powerful, and I'm going to do these, and I'm going to write them down, and I'm going to have them on sticky notes, and I'm going to put things in my environment to help me just focus on these things. And then the third step is to review. To say, okay, I'm going to do this for 2 weeks, and then I'm going to review. What am I noticing? And so it's really like reflection, then action, and then we review. So we could actually say that's reflection again. So what's changed? What have I started doing? What have I stopped doing? Number 2 is choosing 1 or 2 things, behaviours to work on and foster. And it can be moving the body. It can be tracking protein. It can be having that extra snack that you'd stopped, high protein snack. And number 3 is review. Check in and say, okay, how am I going? So this action step, and there's the goal. Our goal is first to stop weight regain. People, I know you're regaining weight and you want to go way back into weight loss, from weight regain stage to weight loss. Well, actually, the first step we want to get to is weight maintenance. We want to stop. We want to develop the knowledge and the skills and the self-awareness and really understand what we need to do to be first weight maintaining. Because if we don't do that and we just go into more of your desire will be to go into restriction, we haven't learned anything from this episode of weight regain, because it's really normal to regain weight after surgery, regain some. And then we want to be able to nip it in the bud. And we nip it in the bud when we know how to do these steps that I'm talking about. And there's others. I work with other things with my clients, just giving you a bit of a snapshot. So first step is to stop weight regain and have that. So any questions? I'm going to recap again. If you listen to me, I like repeating myself. And thank you for the thumbs up. No questions, no comments yet. Okay. Oh, stop walking, Jeanette. Yep, beautiful. Weight activity in the weight maintenance phase is really a powerful tool, okay? And evidence has shown that moving your body regularly in weight maintenance is a key part of weight maintenance after bariatric surgery. And yes, you're burning some energy, but for me it's more about keeping on your lean body mass, keeping on from a function perspective. Muscle is metabolism, but it's also really great for mental health, managing negative thoughts, reducing stress, sleeping better. It's just a powerful thing, and it doesn't have to be running marathons, because that's good, because I've never run a marathon. Walking is such a wonderful activity. You might go back to dancing classes. You might go back to being in a bowling team or pickleball. I haven't tried pickleball yet. It's come a little bit into Perth. I've seen it, but I know about it, and it looks like something I would love, because I really love tennis, and I've played squash in the past years ago, but more tennis, but it looks like great fun. So there's a place in Perth that does pickleball and another kind of variation of it. So yeah, lovely. So first goal is to stop weight regain. Second one is, and that's the goal, review what's changed. Number 2 is choose 1 or 2 behaviours to foster, and then really review progress. Thank you so much for jumping on, everyone. Thank you for the Audrey, you're so welcome. Thank you for the thank you. Any questions, please let me know. If you're struggling with weight regain and you feel really lost and panicked and you would like support, then please reach out. I work with clients all over the world, and this is my 3rd year of working in my boot camp, running my boot camp solely online, and I'm getting amazing results with my clients. Listen to my you might want to jump on and listen to my podcast. Some of my past clients come on my podcast, and it's really lovely now because some people are finding me through my podcast, coming to work with me and then coming back on my podcast. In my bootcamp, I've got 3 different levels of coaching, and they're 3 different levels of coaching and support to meet different needs, wants, and financial capabilities. I have a lot of different payment plans, and I invite you to reach out. Let's chat. There is no pressure or obligation to know more about my coaching and support. So thank you so much for being on, everyone, and I hope you have a lovely evening, day, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Bye for now.